Hello, I'm Eric Friedman, Director of the Office of Consumer Protection. Welcome to another episode of Consumer Compass. Our office, which is located in Rockville, Maryland, serves residents of Montgomery County by investigating consumer complaints. We also offer consumer education and outreach, license certain businesses such as tow truck operators and new home builders, and administer several programs such as the Domestic Workers Law.
You can ask for me at the front desk.
And we issue consumer alerts about unsafe or dangerous products. One of the resources we rely on is the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission. Did you know that the headquarters of this important federal agency is right here in Bethesda? So stay tuned to learn about the CPSC, how a product is recalled, where you can get information on a product safety record, and lots more.
Edge-shaped connector pieces can break off completely.
So we're here on East-West Highway in Bethesda. The building is home to the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission, a federal regulatory agency that is charged with protecting the public from unreasonable risks of serious injury or death from thousands of types of consumer products. Typically, these are products that pose a fire, electrical, chemical, or mechanical hazard, or can injure children. Hey, Nikki.
Hi, good to see you.
Thank you for letting us visit, bring our cameras in so we can learn more about CPSC.
We're glad to have you.
Well, we really appreciate it, and just so our viewers know, we're visiting during the 2010 holiday toy season, but we're going to learn about programs that are in effect all year long and actually some new initiatives that are coming up.
Yes. I'm glad that you could be here. The Consumer Product Safety Commission was established in 1972, and it's led by a 5-person commission, and they are appointed to 7-year terms by the President of the United States. We have about 510 employees here at the Commission, so we're a relatively small agency.
But you really have a big mission here.
We do. Yes, the Commission is a small agency, but we do a lot with a little budget. We have about a $118 million budget, 510 employees nationwide. The majority are here at headquarters, but we do have about 100 investigators and field operators across the country as well.
Wow. And how many product categories of things do you investigate?
The Commission's mission is to protect consumers from the unreasonable risk of injury or death associated with over 15,000 consumer products. So again, large responsibility for a relatively small agency.
Right. There's a lot of products on the market.
A lot of products. And some of the products that we have jurisdiction over include just about all the products you find in and around your home. So that would be products such as your toys, your furniture, your appliances, are all under the CPSC's jurisdiction. One of the things we're most famous for is product recalls, and people probably associate product recalls with the Consumer Product Safety Commission. In addition, we also have jurisdiction over creating standards, enforcement of regulations, creating product information for consumers. Public education is also a large part of what we do, and also educating manufacturers to make sure that they're aware of the standards that they must meet before products go out on store shelves. Some of the programs we have are a program called Neighborhood Safety Network, which is a grassroots project to get information directly in the hands of consumers. And we can do that by direct email notification and send out posters and other materials to businesses where they can post materials and that consumers can see on our various safety topics. Some of the topics also include things like Pool Safely. We have a new website called poolsafely.gov. We have a new minority outreach campaign. a new and expectant parents program called Safe Sleep, which is based on educating new and expectant parents about what to expect when placing your baby to sleep, making sure you do it in a safe environment as well.
If you can fit more than 2 fingers between the mattress and the crib side, your crib is unsafe.
We produce press information such as press releases, safety alerts, neighborhood safety network posters which go out to businesses and other places where they can print out information directly and get it directly. We also produce videos such as CPSC on safety, where we'll put that out on YouTube so that consumers can take advantage of social media outlets that are available to them as well. In fact, let me show you where we produce some of these safety videos and also where our hearings take place in our hearing room as well.
Great. So when the commissioners hold a hearing, this is the room.
This is the room that we host our hearings, public meetings, and also host press conferences here as well.
So Nikki, is there a way consumers can follow what happens at a hearing?
Yes, the hearings are public, so consumers can actually come to a lot of the hearings as long as they check out our website to make sure they're open to the public. In addition, they're also webcasts, so you can be at home and actually click at cpsc.gov and see a hearing going on live as well.
That we believe will be more protective of infants when a caregiver uses these products.
So I promised you to see the studio, so we can go look at the studio where the public service announcements are made, and also being holiday toy time of year, I put out some products that have been recalled recently for this holiday season as well. We can talk about those.
Okay, great.
CPSC has had 44 toy recalls this holiday season over the year 2010. The majority of the injuries and deaths were from lacerations, cuts, and contusions. The majority of the deaths were actually from riding toys. So here's a variety of the types of products and the hazards associated with them that we can walk through.
Okay, great.
Here we have a horse, and the problem here is that the bridle is too large, and a young child can actually fit his head inside of that, and it can become a strangulation hazard. So here we have an example of the strangulation hazard. The product was also sold here. It's called Horse on a Stick, with the individual unit as well. So we have the rocking horse as well as the horse on the stick.
Right, so you're actually worried about injuries and deaths, both.
Correct. We do collect statistics. We are connected to hospital emergency rooms across the country, and we also collect reports from coroners across the country. So we do look specifically at injuries and deaths and want to know how to tell consumers what to look out for. So again, you want to be aware of small parts and choking. Here's a good example of that for young kids. We know that they like to put everything in their mouths, and these edge-U-shaped connector pieces can break off completely. A young child can put that in their mouth, and that can become a choking hazard, which can be serious and, in fact, one of the leading causes of toy-related deaths as well. In addition, this is a product that had several million units. In fact, 7 million units were sold. So this is a product that consumers definitely want to check and make sure you don't have this product. The hazard is here with the plastic key. And the problem is that kids were sitting on the product and actually sitting here on the product and getting injured.
As a parent, you wouldn't immediately notice this product is dangerous.
Correct. So it's important to keep in touch with the Consumer Product Safety Commission, and we ask you to do that at our website to get direct email notifications so you can be aware of exactly what has been recalled. But again, large quantity here. We want everyone to just check and make sure you don't have this product.
If we have one of these products, what do we do? How do we respond to a recall?
Right. The Consumer Product Safety Commission works with manufacturers to either choose a remedy, a refund, or a replacement. So in this case, consumers would go directly to the company, in this case Fisher-Price, to get a free new replacement key that is rounded and flat and doesn't protrude like this one does that can injure children.
Okay, and do you have voluntary recalls as well as mandatory ones, or you work with manufacturers?
The majority of our recalls are done voluntarily with the manufacturers that we work with.
So when consumers find a problem with the product, do they call the manufacturer first, or do they call CPSC or a lawyer? What should they do?
So a consumer can either contact the manufacturer, and then in turn the manufacturer is required by law to let the commission know and in fact report to the commission if it creates a substantial product hazard. In addition, we do have a toll-free hotline where consumers can come directly to the CPSC and let us know if you've had a problem with a product or perhaps your child has been injured. You definitely want to let us know. You can also do that on our website as well.
Well, this magnetic toy looks like fun.
Yes, the hazard here is that the magnet can actually separate and a young child, again, can place that in their mouths. Again, this represents a very serious hazard. Magnets, if ingested, multiple magnets, can reattach within the intestines, create blockages, so serious injury, even death associated with magnets. So that's one toy you definitely want to be aware of as well.
And these toys look like they're for young children as well?
Yes, these are for some of the younger infants. In fact, this is an inflatable toy for young children. And here, this whole plastic piece completely detaches and again represents a choking hazard. And in fact, here on this stuffed stackable toy, there's a cushion inside that can actually be exposed, and again, children can choke if those pieces are in their mouths as well.
Now I noticed for older children you have a pogo stick out here.
Yes, the pogo stick has aluminum rivets that can break, allowing the piece in the middle to break and can cause a laceration to the consumer who may be using the product.
Now I read on your press release that this product is made in China.
Correct. This product was made in China, and one of the things consumers should be aware of, regardless of where a product is manufactured, it is required by law, if sold in the United States, that it has to meet U.S. regulations.
So if made in China or Mexico?
Correct. Regardless of the place of origin, has to meet current standards and regulations for the Commission.
So I also read that this pogo stick was sold to the Sports Authority right here in Montgomery County. So if a consumer needs to return it and get their money back, do they have to find their receipt?
In this particular case, Sports Authority is giving consumers a refund. So in this case, no. Sports Authority, we negotiated the recall directly with the retailer in this case, so consumers would get a refund without a receipt.
Great. Well, I do have a few more questions.
You know what? We should probably get comfortable. Let's change the set out and take a seat.
Sounds good. So we've seen a lot of toys. What other types of products do you handle, and are there some products you don't handle?
Yes, as I had said earlier, we handle all products found in and around the home. So that would include things like appliances and furniture and paint, toys, as well as cribs, nursery products, electrical products, and a lot of appliances as well. Some of the things we don't handle would be food and drugs. So that would obviously be under the jurisdiction of FDA. But in addition, we also don't do automobiles, which is under the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration's jurisdiction as well.
So recalling a product may cause lots of damages to merchants and thousands of dollars. What kind of research goes into a recall before one happens?
Well, safety is CPSC's #1 priority. However, we would never want to recall to bankrupt because the remedy is important for consumers. We want to make sure that there's a remedy on the other side. So again, we do negotiate with the firms that are recalling the product to either repair, refund, or replacement.
So how do you test these products? Do you hire a group of 2-year-olds to come in and play with them?
We do have in-house engineers and technical staff here at the Commission. In fact, they're physically located at our laboratories in Gaithersburg, Maryland. We've been in those facilities since 1975, actually, and that's right there off of Darnestown Road in Gaithersburg, Maryland. But we are excited to announce that we will be moving soon. We're in the process of building our new laboratories, which will be in Rockville, Maryland, off of Research Place. So we'll be moving in March of 2011 to our new facility. And the new facility is over 2.5 times larger than our existing testing space. So this will be much needed space that will enhance our capabilities of system testing, as well as capabilities of actually doing various testing on products such as all-terrain vehicles, fire standards and testing for mattresses and flammability issues, as well as an enhanced chemical lab where we can do testing on things like lead, phthalates, and other chemicals as well.
Well, it's very comforting. It's hard for an average consumer to know what's safe and what isn't safe.
Correct. We're also, the new facility will give us the ability to have an additional staff there, so we'll now have about 100 staff at that location in Rockville.
So what's the best way for consumers to get information about products that are recalled?
One of the best ways is to get direct email notification. If you go to cpsc.gov, we have a yellow box there. It says sign up here. So if you give us your email address, and we will send you direct notification at the time of recall. This is the way that we communicate with media and other businesses as well. So now consumers can be empowered to get direct email notification. So you don't have to be concerned that you may have missed a recall announcement or didn't hear about a recall.
And I understand you're going to be launching a new website soon.
Correct. We actually will be launching saferproducts.gov in March of 2011. This new database will be a place where consumers can actually post information and also search information. So it'll be available for consumers. Also, businesses can respond to information. And this kind of creates more access and of public information to consumers, so they can use that as more accessibility to information.
And are there any new initiatives that you're working on?
Yes, we launched some new public information and education campaigns this year, Safe Sleep being one of them. And again, that was to educate new and expectant parents about the hazards associated with cribs. And this is in light of having over 11 million recalls of cribs. There's also regulations going on right now, the standards associated with drop-side cribs. You may have heard about that as well. So we've also created a safety video to explain exactly what a consumer should do, not placing soft bedding, for instance, in a crib that could cause suffocation, making sure you place your baby on its back at all times.
Never place your baby to sleep on top of pillows or comforters. Remove these items from the crib.
And the second initiative we've launched is a minority outreach program targeted at African American, Hispanic, American Indian, and Asian populations, trying to target information, creating videos and creating materials aimed at these audiences to make sure that they're receiving the same safety information that we put out annually.
Well, that's great information. So just one more time, how does a consumer file a complaint with CPSC?
They can call us toll-free, 1-800-638-2772, or file electronically at cpsc.gov.
Well, Nikki, thank you for all that great information and for the grand tour of your headquarters here in Bethesda, Maryland.
Thanks for coming. We appreciate having you.
Thank you so much. And that's it for another episode of Consumer Compass. Now, Nikki mentioned a great public service announcement called Safe Sleep for Babies. And we have that for you right now. Let's roll the tape.
Congratulations to those of you who are expecting and to those of you who just delivered, adopted, or are taking care of a new baby. What an exciting time for you and your family. Hi, I'm Joan London. You may know me as a journalist, book author, or entrepreneur, but the most challenging and rewarding job I've ever had is being a mother. Parenthood is a time filled with both enormous excitement and a little anxiety. And today I'd like to talk to you about ways to ensure that you are bringing your baby home to a safe sleep environment, one that is free of dangers to your baby when placed in their crib, bassinet, or play yard. We can help you today with some tips on preparing a safe sleeping environment for your baby from the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission and the organizations Keeping Babies Safe and the American Academy of Pediatrics. Learn the steps to ensure a safe sleep environment for your baby. Empower yourself with information and be aware of how to access recall information that could affect your safe sleep choices. Over the next few minutes, we will hear from experts, including the chairman of the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission, the president of Keeping Babies Safe, and the president of the American Academy of Pediatrics. Together, we've teamed up to help you find ways to make sure that your baby is sleeping in a safe environment. First, we'll hear from Inez Tenenbaum, chairman of the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission.
Thanks, Joan. We at the Consumer Product Safety Commission are working hard to make nursery products such as cribs, bassinets, and play yards safer than ever before. To do this, we are creating strong product standards for cribs and other nursery products. doing away with the traditional drop-side crib design, as these have been involved in far too many tragedies involving infants and toddlers. Working to make sure companies who make nursery products follow strong new safety standards. Recalling products that pose a danger to babies, and doing all we can to help your baby have a safe sleep. Now let's see what a baby's safe sleep environment looks like. The safest place for your baby to sleep is in a safe crib, bassinet, or play yard. These items should never be placed near a window, as that creates a serious fall risk and a risk of strangulation on window blind cords. Additionally, please remember these safe sleep tips. To reduce the risk of SIDS and suffocation, place your baby to sleep on his or her back. Do not place your infant to sleep on his or her side, because that is an unstable position and the infant will tend to flip onto the stomach. This is an important recommendation from the CPSC and the American Academy of Pediatrics. Never place your baby to sleep on top of pillows or comforters. Remove these items from the crib. In fact, the vast majority of deaths associated with an unsafe sleep setting are caused by a combination of using extra bedding and placing a baby to sleep on his or her stomach. Make sure the crib has no loose or missing parts or slats. Cribs with broken hardware or even a missing screw can have their side rail become disengaged, allowing your baby to get caught between a crib mattress and a side rail. Only repair a crib with parts provided by the manufacturer. Makeshift repairs can create new, deadly hazards. The mattress should be firm with a tight fit on all four sides and no gaps or spaces. If you can fit more than 2 fingers between the mattress and the crib side, your crib is unsafe. Keep monitor and other cords out of your child's reach, as these can pose a strangulation hazard. Lower the mattress as soon as your child can push up on his or her hands and knees to prevent climbing out of the crib. Visit cpsc.gov or call the CPSC hotline to check if the crib model has been recalled. So when selecting a crib, make sure it has not been recalled. When using the crib, regularly check to be sure all parts are secure. Don't put extra bedding or stuffed toys in the crib with an infant, and always put your baby on his or her back to sleep.
Great life-saving information. Following these simple tips will help you keep your baby safe. Now, we'll hear from Joyce Davis, the president of Keeping Babies Safe. This organization helps to educate and inform parents on how to keep babies safe.
Thanks, Joan. KeepingBabiesSafe.org is an essential resource site for you and your baby. Think about it. Your crib is the only place you will leave your baby unattended. You need to know that your baby is safe, and we are here to help. Keeping Babies Safe is a free, reliable information resource. We are a nonprofit organization committed to helping you access the most reliable information to keep your baby safe. Some of the valuable resources we offer include: number 1, crib safety tips. Don't use billowy bumper pads in your baby's crib. Like other soft bedding, they can present a suffocation hazard. Number 2, recall information. Now, all makers of infant and toddler nursery products are required by law to provide consumers with a prepaid product registration card. When you purchase a product for your baby, please fill out that card so that manufacturers and retailers can contact you in the event there is a recall or a safety alert. Number 3, we also provide direct email safety alerts and warnings on cribs and other sleep products. So, continue to be vigilant about routinely assessing what is safe with help from our website. Log on to keepingbabysafe.org and sign up today. After all, knowledge equals safety.
Thank you, Joyce, for that important information. One person who will become your best advisor in the first month is your pediatrician or healthcare provider. After having a baby, you will look to them for answers to many questions that come up, usually at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So let's hear now from Dr. Marion Burton, President of the American Academy of Pediatrics.
Having a new baby is a magical time, and every parent wants their baby to be safe and healthy. I'd like to share some simple steps that parents can take to make sure their baby is sleeping safely. First and foremost, always place your baby on her back to sleep. When babies sleep on their backs, their risk of sudden infant death syndrome, or SIDS, drops by more than 50%. Babies should not sleep on their side or stomach. Always be sure that your baby sleeps on her back for both nap time and nighttime. It may seem like a good idea to use a sleep positioner to make sure your baby does not roll onto her stomach or side, but this could actually make her less safe. Babies have suffocated and strangled on sleep positioners, and some have died as a result. If your baby rolls onto her stomach or side while sleeping, simply reposition your baby. Just place your baby on her back with no extra devices in the bed. They are not necessary and they can be dangerous. Never use pillows, sleep positioners, stuffed animals, pillowy bumpers, blankets, or other soft or puffy items in your baby's crib. Soft bedding can end up over her face and block her breathing. Save those crib bumpers, quilts, and other soft beddings until your baby is older. A better solution for keeping baby warm is an infant sleeper or wearable blanket that zips around your baby and can't ride up over her face. Your baby should have her own crib with a firm mattress that fits the crib tightly and a fitted sheet. The safest place for your baby to sleep is in the room where you sleep, but not in your bed. Some studies have shown that giving your baby a clean, dry pacifier reduces SIDS rates. Never smoke around your baby. When your baby is awake and active, you can put her on her tummy to build strength and learn to roll. But always move her to her back if she is going to take a nap. Finally, talk to your pediatrician about any other sleep issues your baby may have. Advice may be different today from when your relatives or friends had babies. Your pediatrician can give you reliable advice about how to help your baby sleep safe and sound, so you, as a parent, can too.
Thank you, Dr. Burton. As you may have already learned, having a baby can be costly, and one way you may consider saving money is to purchase a crib secondhand or get a crib from a family member. But this can create a danger for your baby because you don't know the condition of the crib or what might have ever happened to it before you got it. There could be loose or missing hardware, the joints may be dried out, or other hidden hazards that you can't see. And you may not know whether or not the crib was ever recalled. For these reasons, newer generally is better, and also safer when it comes to cribs and nursery products. So let's review the steps that you can take to make sure that your baby stays safe. Check to see if the crib you plan to use has been recalled. If buying a new crib, bassinet, or play yard, be sure to fill out the product registration card so that you can be notified directly if there are any problems. Always place your baby to sleep on its back. Never use extra padding under baby, such as pillows, blankets, or thick comforters. Do not try to fix a broken crib. Use a firm, tight-fitting mattress. Regularly check the crib for loose, missing, or broken parts or slats. Positioning devices are not necessary and can be deadly. And check with your pediatrician for other ways to prevent sudden infant death syndrome. To stay informed on the latest safety information and to receive free recall alerts, visit cpsc.gov, keepingbabysafe.org, and aap.org. We would also like to hear from you. If you have any concerns about a product that could pose a danger to an infant or child, contact CPSC at 800-638-2772. And now, we hope that you and your baby can have both a good night's sleep and a safe sleep. Sweet dreams.